Harry Potter is the story of an orphan who finds out he is a wizard on his 11th birthday. As he becomes immersed in the world of magic, he finds out he is destined to take down the darkest wizard of all time or die at his hand. My name is Rosie Lewington, and my film will explain how and why J.K. Rowling's fictional world of Harry Potter has influenced who I am as a person. My mother introduced me to Harry Potter when I was a child. Every year, me and my grandparents would go and watch the films in the cinema as our cultural practice. When the books were published and the films came out on DVD, we bought them as a cultural product. Through the influence of the media, which was part of my secondary socialisation, I discovered a site called Wattpad and it introduced me to the world of fanfiction. Fanfiction is when someone takes either the story or characters, in some cases even both, of a certain piece of already existing work, whether it be a novel, television show or movie, and create their own character and story based on it. As I became immersed in the youth subculture of fanfiction, I discovered my love for writing and began to write my own piece of creative fiction based upon the works of J.K. Rowling. Through this, I created a character whom I see as my ideal self. She, as my ideal intellectual self, is top of her class in the subject that she loves and is middle to top in everything else. She, as my ideal emotional self, is kind, loyal, brave and family orientated. She, as my ideal physical self, is small in stature with strong bone structure and dark brown hair. Through my character, whom I see as my ideal self, I can step into my ideal world. I gave her Sirius Black, an already existing character, for her father. I chose to do this because I myself has suffered parental abandonment. My biological father abdicated his role as my parent and therefore left me with a fatherly void. Sirius Black, my fictional hero, became my fatherly substitute because he embodied everything that I felt an ideal father figure should have. He was brave in the face of adversity, wise in the face of naivety, and compassionate in the face of anguish. When I reflect upon Lufton Ingham's 1955 Johari window theory, I see that Harry Potter fits into all four of the panes for me. In the open pane of the window, I, the sender, and everyone else, the receivers, know that I enjoy reading the Harry Potter book series and watching the Harry Potter films. In the blind pane of the window, things in which I cannot see in myself but others can see in me, others may think that I get far too emotionally invested into the fictional world of Harry Potter. In the hidden pane, in which I keep certain things private from other people, I know that the fictional character Sirius Black is a fatherly substitute for me. In the unknown pane, I dream about Harry Potter, I subconsciously think about it, and I desire to be in that world. After having many discussions which involved self-disclosure about how I feel about the fictional world of Harry Potter and its residents with my communications and culture teacher Lindsay Shoesmith, I feel more comfortable with openly showing my love for Harry Potter. This exhibited Cooley's looking glass theory. I changed my behaviour because of my teacher's positive judgment as reflected verbally and non-verbally in her reaction to me. Alternatively, with certain people, I do protect myself by not revealing much from the blind pane, through cognitive dissonance because I fear for negative judgment from them about my love for Harry Potter, which I worry could be seen as weird or childish. Class, age, gender and ethnicity are important themes in J.K. Rowling's writing. The Weasley family are of the working class, which I can relate to, as I am as well. Being of the working class has taught me to believe that you only get out of life what you put in. It has also taught me to value such things as food to eat and home to live in because we, as a working class family, must work hard to have such things in our lives. Harry Potter is a coming-of-age tale in which the titular character grows physically, mentally and spiritually. Harry Potter was my companion as I went from a child to a young adult, and he will continue to be by my side as I go through life. He has taught me to value the innocence of childhood, value the wisdom of my elders, and believe that they are not always right and do make mistakes. There are many strong female characters in J.K. Rowling's writing, which makes me value my gender. Hermione Granger has taught me to value intelligence and education. Luna Lovegood has taught me to value individuality and creativity. Molly Weasley taught me to value the home and the family. And Minerva McGonagall taught me to value wit and having a career. In a world where men are the dominant gender, these powerful female characters have taught me to believe that women can achieve any goal with their mind, heart and soul. Ethnicity and race are major themes in J.K. Rowling's writing. In her writing, Rowling delineates a typology of attitudes towards Muggles, who are non-magical people, Muggle-born wizards, who are wizards born to Muggle parents, and half-bloods, who are wizards who have one magical parent and one non-magical, exploring the ways in which these attitudes translate into forms of legal, economic, racial and physical harm. It has taught me to value ethnic and racial diversity as well as believing in ethnic and racial equality. As well as being major themes in J.K. Rowling's writing, ethnicity and race are major themes when it comes to the casting of her characters. When a woman of colour was cast as Hermione Granger in J.K. Rowling's new play, The Cursed Child, there was much controversy because she was not white-skinned, which is somewhat hypocritical as Hermione Granger is a character who is celebrated for having overcome ethnic and racial adversities. It has made me have ample supply of respect for people who persevere through ethnic and racial adversities. J.K. Rowling draws from Nazi racial ideologies and presents the dangers of groupthink. Voldemort's followers, the Death Eaters, are pressured to conform by the group majority and stereotype people outside of their group as being bad, wrong, or not as good as them. Voldemort's followers believe that their group is right and any other groups are wrong. J.K. Rowling's writing has also taught me how to avoid groupthink by having a democratic leader, like Harry Potter, and by not conforming, like Luna Lovegood. I know that no matter how old I become or where my life takes me, I shall always value Harry Potter for who it has made me as a person. I believe that without the writing of J.K. Rowling, I wouldn't be who I am today. It brings me great comfort to know that whatever happens in my life, and wherever I shall be, and who I am with, Hogwarts will always be there to welcome me home.